All right, we need to talk about the Golden State Warriors, because a team that we all associate with winning is, well, they're in a complete and total freefall. And we're not just talking about a little slump here, this is a full-blown catastrophe. Let's break down how a pretty tough season just completely spiraled into an absolute disaster, and it all seemed to happen in a single night.
And this quote right here, this says it all. This is from head coach Steve Kerr. You know, when a coach with his experience says they're as beaten up as any team I can ever remember, you know this isn't just about losing a few games. This is a crisis. So how did it even get this bad? Well, it all just came to a head on one single disastrous night against the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is where a really tough situation went from bad to, well, to a complete catastrophe.
Okay, so it started before the game even tipped off. First up, you have their veteran forward, their defensive anchor, Draymond Green. He gets scratched just 30 minutes before the game because of lower back soreness. That's a huge blow, for sure, but believe me, it was just the beginning.
Then, not even 5 minutes into the game, veteran center Kevon Looney leaves with right calf tightness. Coach Kerr later came out and called it a strain, and you know what that means? That's a pretty clear sign he's going to miss some serious time.
And the bad news just kept coming. In the second quarter, their key defensive guard, Gary Payton II, limps off to the locker room. Adductor soreness. Poof, another crucial piece of their rotation, just gone.
And finally, as if it couldn't get any worse, their rookie center, Trayce Jackson-Davis, goes down with a sprained ankle. I mean, think about that. 4 players, all sidelined over the course of a single game. It's just unbelievable.
But here's the thing. That one night, it doesn't even tell the whole story. To really get the scale of this crisis, you have to understand that this crazy wave of injuries was piled right on top of an already devastating situation.
They were already playing without 2 of their absolute cornerstones. Klay Thompson, gone for the season with a torn Achilles, and their superstar, Steph Curry, he's been sidelined for over a month now.
16. That's the number. 16 consecutive games that Stephen Curry has missed with that nagging knee issue. And the impact of him not being on the court has been, well, it's been absolutely devastating.
I mean, just look at the numbers. In that stretch of 16 games, their record is a dismal 5 wins and 11 losses. And that collapse has sent them tumbling all the way down the Western Conference standings. Right now, they're sitting in the 9th seed, and they are definitely looking over their shoulder.
And hey, to add a little insult to all that injury, the Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards didn't just have a great game, he went off. Dropped 42 points. And you better believe he made sure to let us sideline Steph Curry, sitting right there on the bench, hear all about it.
So in a situation this bad, you know the Warriors were just desperate for any piece of good news they could find. But even the one positive thing from that night felt, well, it was just completely dwarfed by the scale of this crisis.
The one tiny, minor bright spot was the play of the young forward Jonathan Kuminga. He scored 20 points, looked pretty comfortable out there. But, you know, one solid performance was nowhere near enough to overcome being so outmanned. They still lost, and they lost pretty handily.
And if you think things are bad for them now, you might want to buckle up, because they are about to get much, much worse. A quick look at their upcoming schedule, it reveals a truly, truly daunting road ahead.
So the Warriors are about to head out on this absolutely brutal 6-game East Coast road trip. It kicks off in Madison Square Garden against a really physical Knicks team, and it also includes battles with a title contender in Boston and a tough Hawks team in Atlanta. This is the absolute last thing a team this depleted needs right now.
And the stakes here, they couldn't be higher. This trip puts them at serious risk of falling even further down the standings. We're talking about potentially dropping into that 10th and final play-in spot in the West. Their playoff hopes are just hanging on by a thread.
Which, of course, leaves us with one critical question. With a roster that's just been decimated and this relentless schedule ahead of them, is there any hope left for the Golden State Warriors? I mean, can this team possibly find a way to salvage its season?